I always believed I was one of the lucky ones. I had a stable job, a beautiful home, a loyal best friend, and a wife who I thought adored me. Her name was Emily, the kind of woman who lit up every room she walked into. We'd been together since college, 15 years to be exact, married for 8. Everyone said we were the perfect couple, but perfect doesn't exist, and I learned that in the most brutal way. It all started on a quiet Wednesday evening. I came home early from work. Emily wasn't expecting me until 7 p.m., but I decided to surprise her with her favorite Thai takeout. Something felt off the moment I stepped in. She was in the kitchen, but she jumped when I walked in. Her phone clutched tightly in her hand. She smiled, too quickly, and shoved the phone face down on the counter. "Hey, babe," she said, "you're home early." I didn't think much of it at first. Maybe just a weird vibe. But then that night, as she slept next to me, her phone buzzed and buzzed again. I glanced over. It was 2:14 a.m. I don't make a habit of checking her phone. I never needed to, but something inside me shifted. One message preview flashed on the screen. "I miss you. When can I see you again?" From a contact named Ryan. Ryan. My best friend. My best man at our wedding. The guy who helped me move furniture into our first apartment. I stared at the name for a long time. My chest burned. The next morning, I acted normal. I went to work like usual. But my mind was spiraling. I couldn't focus. My thoughts kept returning to that message. I told myself there had to be an explanation. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. Maybe Ryan was talking to someone else and she had the wrong contact saved. But doubt is a disease. Once it's in, it spreads. That night I checked her phone again. I know it was a betrayal of trust. But what I found shattered my world. There were dozens of messages, secret meetups, inside jokes, pictures. Some texts went back over a year. They had been seeing each other behind my back. My wife, my best friend. Everything I trusted collapsed. I didn't confront her immediately. I wanted to understand. I needed answers, and I needed control. So I started playing along, acting like the same old husband while slowly collecting evidence. Screenshots, call logs, photos of messages. 3 weeks later, I invited Ryan over. He came with beers, like always, sat on my couch, laughed with me, looked me in the eye like nothing had changed. But I had changed. I asked him casually, "You still seeing that girl from the gym?" He hesitated. "Nah, that ended a while ago." I nodded. "Guess it didn't work out, huh?" He shrugged. "You know how it is." I knew exactly how it was. And I smiled. I smiled as I imagined breaking his nose. But I had a better plan. I went to a divorce lawyer the next day. Quietly. Discreetly. I made copies of our financial records. I hired a private investigator just to make sure I had everything I needed. The PI came back with photos I didn't even want to see. They were in our bed, in my car, she had borrowed it that weekend, and worst of all, they were talking about running away together. That night, I finally confronted Emily. I didn't shout, I didn't cry. I simply laid the photos out on the table and asked, "How long?" She stared at them, at me. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. "How long?" I repeated. Tears filled her eyes. "It didn't mean anything," she whispered. "It was a mistake." "A year-long mistake?" I snapped. She begged. She swore it was over, that she never loved him, that it was just loneliness. She said she felt unseen, that I was always working, that I didn't make her feel special anymore. Funny how she found time to feel special with my best friend. I left the next morning, quietly, with everything I needed. But that's not where the story ends. 2 weeks later, Ryan showed up at my work. He looked like shit, said Emily blocked him, told him it was over. He asked me if we could talk. I told him to go to hell. But then he said something strange. He lied to me too, man. He told me you two were separated, that your marriage was dead. I thought I was helping her get out of something toxic. I stared at him. Toxic? He nodded. She said you were controlling, that she made you feel worthless. That wasn't true, was it? I started thinking back, the arguments, the cold silences, the late nights. I had been distant, focused on work, providing, but had I emotionally abandoned her? I didn't want to forgive either of them, but I couldn't ignore what he said. So I met with Emily one last time. I told her everything Ryan said, asked her directly, "Did you really feel that way?" She looked down, then nodded. "I should have talked to you," she said, "but I didn't know how to." We sat there in silence for a long time. She said she still loved me, that if I gave her a chance, she'd do anything to rebuild what we had. But some things can't be rebuilt. Some ruins are meant to stay buried. It's been 9 months. The divorce was final 3 weeks ago. Ryan moved to another state. I haven't heard from him since. Emily wrote me a letter. I never opened it. I kept it, though. Maybe one day I'll read it. Maybe not. I'm healing, slowly. I go to therapy. I joined a hiking group. I'm dating again, carefully. But I don't trust like I used to. And I don't believe in perfect anymore. I believe in truth. And the truth is this: sometimes the people you love the most will be the ones who cut you the deepest.